After listening to this easy conversation, you'll be able to talk about yourself confidently with anyone. I promise to you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Speak Rise YT. Today, we're going to listen to a simple and interesting English conversation. If you are learning English and you sometimes don't know what to say when someone asks, "Tell me about yourself," don't worry. In this conversation, Lisa will talk about herself, her daily life, her interests, her goals, and her English learning journey. And while you listen, try to notice the simple sentences she uses. Ready? Let's begin. Hi Lisa. It's really nice to have you here today.
Hi, Mohammed. I'm happy to be here.
Great. Today, we're going to have a simple conversation about you. I'll ask you some questions about your life, your hobbies, your goals, and your English. Are you ready?
Absolutely. I'm ready. But I hope the questions aren't too difficult.
Don't worry. I'll start with an easy one.
Okay. I'm ready.
Lisa, tell me about yourself.
Sure. My name is Lisa, and I'm a student. I'm a friendly and curious person. I enjoy learning new things and meeting new people. I'm also learning English because I want to communicate with people from different countries. In my free time, I like listening to music, watching videos, reading, and spending time with my family and friends. I'm not perfect, but I always try to learn from my mistakes and become a better person.
That's a great introduction. You said you're a curious person. What makes you curious?
I think the world is full of interesting things. Whenever I learn something new, I want to know more about it. For example, if I learn a new English word, I don't just want to know the meaning. I also want to know how people use it in real conversations.
That's a good habit. Can you give us an example?
Sure. Let's say I learn the word excited. I can learn one sentence, I'm excited, but then I can make more sentences. I'm excited about my trip. I'm excited to learn English. I'm excited to meet my friends. When I use a word in different sentences, I remember it more easily.
That's a very useful tip for English learners. So, don't only learn words, learn how to use them.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about your free time. What do you usually do when you don't have school?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I listen to music because it helps me relax. Sometimes I watch English videos because I want to improve my listening and speaking. I also like watching videos about travel, technology, and everyday life. And sometimes I go outside with my friends. We may just walk around and talk.
So you don't always need an exciting plan?
Not at all. Sometimes the simplest moments are the best. You can sit with a friend, talk about your day, laugh about something funny, and have a great time.
I agree. Sometimes a simple conversation is better than an expensive activity. You mentioned English videos. What kind of English videos do you enjoy?
I like videos with real conversations. They help me learn how people actually speak. I also like videos that teach useful phrases.
Do you think watching English videos can really improve someone's English?
Yes, definitely. But you shouldn't just watch and forget. You should listen carefully. For example, if you hear, "What are you up to?" Don't just continue watching. Stop for a moment. Think about the meaning, then repeat it.
And what does "what are you up to" mean?
It means, "What are you doing?" or "What are you doing these days?" It's a very common phrase in casual English.
That's useful. So, learners should listen, repeat, and use the phrases.
Yes, that's how you can make English part of your daily life.
Lisa, let's talk about speaking English. What is your biggest problem when you speak English?
Sometimes I know the words, and I understand what someone is saying. But when it's my turn to speak, I suddenly forget everything.
Really?
Yes, sometimes my brain says, "I know this," but my mouth says, "No, you don't."
That's actually very funny, and I think many English learners can understand that feeling.
Definitely. I think the problem is that I don't practice speaking enough. That's why I want to speak English every day, even if I make mistakes.
That's important. Why are people afraid of making mistakes?
I think they're afraid of what other people will think. They may think, "What if my grammar is wrong? What if my pronunciation is bad? What if someone laughs at me?" Because of these thoughts, they become nervous.
So, what should they do?
They should remember one simple thing. Mistakes are part of learning. If you make a mistake, don't stop. Listen to the correction and try again.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. Imagine I say, "I am go to school," and someone says, "No, say, I am going to school." I shouldn't feel embarrassed. I can simply say, "Oh, thank you." Then I repeat, "I am going to school." Now I've learned something.
Exactly. The goal isn't to speak perfect English. The goal is to communicate and improve. Now, I have another question. What is one thing you really want to improve about yourself?
I want to become a better speaker. I want to explain my ideas clearly. I also want to become more confident when I talk to new people.
Why is confidence important?
Because sometimes you know the answer, but you're too afraid to say it. Confidence helps you try. And confidence doesn't come from just thinking about it. It comes from practice.
So, how can someone become more confident?
Start small. If you're afraid to speak English, don't try to have a 1-hour conversation on your first day. Start with 5 minutes. Say simple things. My name is, I live in, I like, today I studied, I watched a video. Then slowly make longer sentences.
That's a great method. Start small and improve step by step. Let's talk about your future. What is your biggest goal?
My biggest goal is to become a successful and confident person. I want to get a good education and develop useful skills. I also want to do meaningful work, and I want to help my family and other people.
Do you already know exactly what you want to do?
Not completely. I have some ideas, but I'm still learning. I think that's okay. We don't always need to know everything about our future. Sometimes we discover what we like by trying new things.
That's true. Do you think students should have goals?
Yes. Definitely. A goal gives you direction, but your goal doesn't have to be huge. For example, don't always say, I will become fluent in English in 1 month. Instead, say, I will practice English for 20 minutes every day. That's a small goal, but you can actually follow it.
And small actions can become big results.
Exactly.
What motivates you when you don't feel like studying?
Sometimes I think about my future. I remind myself why I started, but I don't always wait for motivation.
Why not?
Because motivation doesn't come every day. Some days you feel excited. Other days you feel tired. That's normal. That's why discipline is important. Sometimes you have to say, I don't feel like studying, but I'll do it for 10 minutes.
And after 10 minutes?
Sometimes I continue.
That's a good trick. Now let's talk about your daily routine. What does a normal day look like for you?
I usually wake up in the morning and get ready for the day. Then I have breakfast and go to school. During class, I try to listen carefully and learn as much as I can. After school, I take some time to relax. Then I may study, practice English, or watch an educational video. In the evening, I spend time with my family or friends. Before I sleep, I think about what I need to do the next day.
Do you prefer studying in the morning or at night?
I prefer studying when my mind is fresh. For me, that's usually in the morning. But everyone is different. Some people focus better at night. The important thing is to find a time that works for you.
Do you prefer studying alone or with friends?
Both are useful. When I need to concentrate, I prefer studying alone. But studying with friends can also be helpful. We can ask questions, share ideas, and explain difficult topics to each other. Sometimes teaching something to another person helps you understand it better.
What kind of people do you enjoy talking to?
I like friendly, honest, and positive people. I like people who listen. I also enjoy talking to people who have different experiences, because when you talk to them, you can learn something new.
What makes a conversation interesting?
Both people should participate. If one person talks all the time, it doesn't feel like a conversation. A good conversation has questions, answers, opinion, and sometimes a little humor.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. If someone says, I like football, don't just say, okay, ask a follow-up question. For example, which team do you support? Or, when did you start watching football? Or, do you play football? Now the conversation can continue.
That's a very useful tip. So, when someone gives you an answer, choose one thing from their answer and ask about it.
Exactly. You don't need difficult English. You just need to keep the conversation going.
Let's practice another example. I'll say, I went to the market yesterday. What would you ask me?
I might say, really? What did you buy?
I bought some clothes.
Then I could ask, what kind of clothes did you buy?
I bought a new shirt.
Then I could ask, what color is it?
See, one simple answer can create a whole conversation.
Exactly. That's how you can practice English naturally.
Now, if you could learn one new skill immediately, what would you choose?
I would choose strong communication skills.
Why?
Because communication is useful everywhere. It helps us at school, at work, while traveling, and when meeting new people.
That's true. Now imagine someone watching this video wants to start learning English today. What should they do first?
Start with simple English. Listen to a short conversation, choose 3 useful sentences, and repeat them several times. Then make your own sentences. For example, I am learning English. I am learning English every day. I want to improve my speaking. One sentence can help you make many new sentences.
That's a great technique, but what if they don't understand everything?
That's completely normal. You don't need to understand every word. First, try to understand the main idea. Then, listen again. The more you listen, the more you understand.
So, should learners wait until their English is good before they start speaking?
No, start speaking now. Use simple sentences like, my name is Lisa. I am a student. I like music. I am learning English. Simple English is not bad English. The important thing is to communicate clearly.
Exactly. Before we finish, I have 5 quick questions for you. What's one habit you want to build?
I want to practice English every day.
What's one thing you want to improve?
My speaking confidence.
What makes you happy?
Spending time with people I care about and learning something new.
What will you never give up on?
My goals.
And finally, describe yourself in 3 words.
Curious, hardworking, and positive.
That's a wonderful answer. Lisa, thank you so much for this conversation.
Thank you, Mohammed. I really enjoyed it.
And thank you for watching. Remember, you don't need perfect English. You just need to practice every day.
Listen, repeat, and speak. And don't be afraid of mistakes.